Okay, now just think of this. Just when you thought life was getting boring and you had nothing important to do, along comes something that you can not only have something important to do, you could travel to another world, get so excited, learn so many things, and get paid too. Right, they pay you to do it, and you need no experience. Now listen to this. I see people, actually in my generation, I'm an old guy, sitting around and playing golf that they're lousy at because they don't even know what to do. They think that that's life. The life they wanted to live was, playing lousy golf for the rest of it. Man, you don't have to do that. There are programs now, and they've been here for a long time, that you can take advantage of and do something exciting in life. And I don't know, you remember this guy who was president? Right, he's the one that started this neat program that anybody could take advantage of at any age. Listen.
The willingness of all Americans, men and women, young and old, to serve in the Peace Corps, to serve in all parts of the world, to serve at little pay, to do jobs that most of them have never done before, is one of the most encouraging manifestations of the American spirit that this country has seen in many years. The Peace Corps gives us a chance to show a side of our country which is too often submerged. Our desire to live in peace, our desire to be of help. I hope in the coming months and years that many of you will follow the example of those who've gone before. They, I think, are serving this country well. And in a very real sense, they are serving a larger cause, the cause of freedom and the cause of a peaceful world.
See? Now he talked about not only kids doing this out of college. That's what I thought the Peace Corps was. Just kids out of college going and, instead of going to the Army or something like that, like I did when I got out of college, they went to the Peace Corps. It was another way to serve your country. But no, you can do it at any age. You're in between jobs. What the heck you going to do, And to really decide what you're going to do, why not take a year or two and do something like this, right? They pay you for it. And even at any, you retire now. Well, how are you going to give back? How are you going to really learn? And it's really selfish, because when you do something like this, man, you're growing. That's what I feel. I'm so fortunate. I have something I really want to do in life, and I really think it's important, and it keeps me growing. I'm not going to be an old vegetable laying around the couch and throwing bananas at the TV because I hate what they're talking about. No, you go out and do stuff. Actually, the Peace Corps now has over like 7,000 or 8,000 people around the world that are over 50 years old. At any age, you could do this, right? And you get money, you get health insurance, you get taken care of. You get I forget, the amount of vacation you get is like 40 days of vacation and things like that. So it's a great deal. Now watch this couple that went on one of these programs in another side of the world that, man, I don't even know where the heck it is, but watch.
When I was 12 years old, I read The Travels of Marco Polo, and I thought, man, to be on the roof of the world and have horses and, guys riding around with doing this wild goat pulling game, and 40-some years later, 60 years old, here I am.
She knows how to sew too. She's learning to sew.
It's important to teach the kids English because it just gives them another avenue into the bigger world. This part of the country has been really neglected for a while, and they need jobs, they need work. So if they have the English, it just opens up that part of the Western world.
What I'm doing here is I'm a business facilitator. I try to help people either find grants, donors, loans, whatever it takes to get their project going. And so the thing I like about it is wide-ranging. Everything from school roofs to an inventor fellow has come up with this wonderful farm machine that will reorganize this valley. And so I'm assisting him in that a little bit. My advice was, if you're in reasonably good health, do something positive and forget the golf game. You can always come back to that. Her father's 92. He plays twice a week, and he goes to dance school. So there's always time for that when you're 92. But right now, when you've got the energy, you can come out here and make a difference.
Now maybe it's time for you, right? So check it out, you know, or send it to a friend. There's so many exciting things to do in life. There's no reason to sit around and complain sitting on the couch anymore. Just get out and do stuff. You know, that's what's so neat about our country. There's thousands of things to do, but we don't know about them because they're not advertising. So you got to take some effort on your part. But there's no magic to this.